With any purchase, there are always going to be pros and cons. And the same is true with varifocal lenses. So in this video, I'm going to be giving you the 3 main advantages and disadvantages to varifocal lenses, so that hopefully you can make the right choice. So hi, I'm Robert, Style and Vision Consultant here at the Spectacle Factory, and it's my job to pair you with your perfect pair of glasses. Whilst frames are really cool, they can be stylish, they can be awesome, lenses can be awesome too. Think of lenses like technology. Just like investing in the best smartphone, the best camera can improve your quality of life, so can investing in the best varifocal lenses. But even the best have their drawbacks too. So without further ado, here are the top 3 main advantages when it comes to varifocal lenses. So throughout this video, I'm going to be using augmented reality on our iPads to demonstrate a lot of the things that I'm explaining to you. And the number one benefit with varifocals, which will seem obvious to a lot of people, I mean that's the whole reason they exist, is that they allow you to see at many different distances with one pair of glasses. You see, as we age, the muscles in our eyes that used to be responsible for focusing at things up close start to become weaker. And as those muscles weaken, our eyes need more and more support. Varifocals, in theory, give your eyes all the support they need to see anything, anywhere, just by looking through the correct zone. So for example, I can see all around the room very naturally and easily, as long as I'm looking through the top section of these lenses. And when I come to read, for example the keyboard, I can see that perfectly too, just by adjusting my head slightly downwards to look at a slight downward angle. And if I need to see the screen at this distance, well, that's in focus as well. So that's how varifocals give you the ability to see everywhere at once with one pair of glasses. No need to be constantly swapping between distance and reading glasses. Makes your life so much simpler, trust me. Now, the second thing which people absolutely love about varifocal lenses is that you can't tell. There are no obvious lines on the glasses. There's nothing to show that they are varifocal lenses. In fact, they look just the same as a regular lens. Unlike bifocals, which a lot of people don't like the appearance of because they have the lines across them, for example, varifocals are invisible, and the glasses that you choose will look exactly like they do on the display. And the third thing, which I think is awesome about varifocal lenses, is the fact that nowadays they can be customized around your lifestyle. For example, if you're someone who does a lot of driving, you can have DriveSafe varifocals. They give you the best vision for driving, whether that's more peripheral vision or better low light vision, for example, for driving at night. On the other hand, you have things like smart life lenses, which are fantastic if you're someone who uses computers and digital devices all day. They help to relax your eyes when you're on those kind of screens. Or you even have Energize Me varifocal lenses, which are designed for contact lens wearers, so that when you take your contact lenses out, you put your glasses on and your eyes instantly feel refreshed and relaxed. So shopping for varifocals now is a very personal thing, because your glasses really can be tailored and personalized around you. And that's one of the reasons why nowadays I love recommending varifocals to people, because I know that they are going to be the right solution for that individual. Okay, so those are my top 3 good things about varifocals. But what about the bad stuff? And anyone who tells you that varifocals don't have negatives shouldn't be trusted. Because if you go into it thinking that everything's just going to be good and perfect and easy, you're going to be disappointed. You have to understand the downsides to varifocals so that you can weigh up whether they're going to be right for you and that you can come to terms with it. So, the number one bad thing with varifocals is the fact that we do have to move our head to see clearly. For example, if I'm looking directly at this computer screen, this iPad represents my head. If I was looking directly at it, it's actually out of focus. What I actually have to do is lift my head and lower my eyes so that I'm looking slightly downward at the screen. See, if I lift this up, the 1996 goes out of focus, and by tilting my eyes, or in other words the iPad down, it brings the 1996 into focus. So head movement is definitely involved in using varifocals. You have to adjust your head to be looking through the right zone on your lenses. That's the one thing that does often take people time to come to terms with. The second thing is that varifocals can cause a slightly disorientating feeling when you're looking through them when you're walking around. There's 2 reasons for that. Number one is we have these distorted areas at the sides, and depending on the strength of your prescription or the quality of your lenses, they might be quite significant. As you can see in this example here, there's quite a lot of distortion there at the sides, which means that only the central vision is actually really clear. Now, with improvements in technology, that has been reduced and minimized, and nowadays more advanced varifocals do give you a wider field of view with less distortion, but there is always going to be a bit, even if you have the smallest prescription and the best lenses. When you're walking around, you might use your peripheral vision and you might actually catch a little bit of that distortion, and some people find that a little bit disorientating. Meanwhile, if we're looking down at the floor without adjusting our eyes or our head, it's actually going to be a little bit fuzzy, a little bit out of focus, as you can see here. Having said that, you can mitigate that by adjusting your eyes downwards. Now the floor is in focus. But when you're training your eyes and your head and your brain to do all those things, at first it's not going to be very natural. So that means that as you're walking around, you might feel a little bit unsteady, and that's quite normal. It usually goes away, but some people do experience that, some more than others, like I said, depending on different factors like the strength of your prescription and the quality of your lenses. And finally, I guess the third thing that is a downside to varifocals is the fact that they are very, very sensitive to A, the alignment with your eyes, and B, the wearing parameters of the frame. And what I mean by that is that there are all these different factors that go into the manufacturing of a varifocal lens. So for example, the pantoscopic angle. This is how flat the lenses and your frames are to your face. As we increase the pantoscopic tilt, varifocals generally work better. So if you pick a certain frame that doesn't necessarily have that ideal pantoscopic tilt, perhaps it's flat or even it's tilted outward slightly, that's going to reduce the quality of your vision through varifocal lenses. Similarly, and this is probably the major factor in performance of varifocals, the back vertex distance, which is the distance from your eye to the lens. The further the lenses sit from your eyes, which could be just dependent on, for example, the width of your bridge, your nose, the further the lenses sit from your eyes, again, the worse they will perform, the narrower that your field of view will be. Now, we actually use a technology called the VisuFit 1000, which measures all these different parameters. I've mentioned 2 of them here, but there are actually a lot more than that. And that allows us to customize your varifocals based on the exact measurements of the frames that you choose. So for example, if we know that your frame sits a little bit further than the average from the eyes, those things can actually be compensated for in your new glasses. And that gives you the best chance of A, enjoying wearing varifocal lenses, and B, getting the best vision possible. But most opticians still don't take those things into account, and that is a potential drawback to varifocal lenses. So I hope you found this video interesting, hopefully not too technical. I know we did get into some more advanced topics in this video today, but if you did enjoy the video, give us a like, subscribe to the channel for more tips on choosing the right glasses, and if you've got any questions about varifocal lenses, leave them in the comment section below. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks guys, bye bye.